Hi, I have in front of me some traditional rice varieties. Now, if you like me love rice, but if you're cooking with just basmati rice and idli rice, there's a lot more. This video is for you. You can move to more delicious and nutritious rice varieties. Now, what is the basic difference between regular polished rice, which you see on your left, and native rice, which you see on your right? Now, this is just one variety of native rice. The bran or the outer covering of the rice is not polished away in native rice, which you can see from the image. This means that native rice has more fiber, more nutrients, and more flavor and taste. We had thousands of rice varieties, and before the 1960s, we actually ate all of them. The 1960s brought a huge famine, which made us shift to faster growing hybrid varieties. If you think, no, I don't get these in my regular supermarket, I don't know where to find them, let me tell you that I got all of these during the lockdown from organic shops around the city, some of which I didn't even know, through Swiggy or Dunzo. So there, no excuses. Let's get started. This first native rice variety is called Kaattu. Lovely story behind this one. It is supposed to grow 7 feet. And it grows for around 130 days. Apparently, this grew so tall that even if a wild elephant were to run inside the fields, you couldn't spot it. And that's why the name Kaattu. Kaattu is known for its medicinal properties. It's great for the bones. It's supposed to strengthen and rejuvenate the bones. And it's known for its medical properties. And it consumes very less pesticides, and there is no maintenance for this rice. It is said once you sow the grain, then you can go straight for the harvest. So less water and grows pretty much without a lot of effort. Kaattu makes excellent idlis and dosas. I read somewhere, or I heard from a farmer who grew this, that if you soaked the cooked rice from Kaattu in water and left it for 4 days, it wouldn't spoil. I've tried idlis, dosas with Kaattu and it's always come out great. And we call ubari in Tamil, which is basically you grind a bit of rice and it really swells up. That really happens in Kaattu. This is among my favorite rice varieties. I call the idli batter made out of this Karuppu Kavuni rice the Rolls Royce of all idli batters. You can see that it's a long grained rice, and it's black, but it's also a vivid purple in shades. It's dark black, brown, and purple. It's long, sticky. It's known as forbidden rice. Kings used to eat it in the olden days. It's used in China and a lot of other Asian countries for its medicinal values. When you grind this rice, it turns a vivid purple color. It's the exact same color that you would get in blueberries. It's sticky, so you have to use this in combination with some other rice if you want to make a idli batter. When boiled and made into desserts, it tastes great because it's a sticky rice. Very versatile, has a lot of uses. You can make idli batter, sweets, payasams, halwa. A really nice rice to have in your repertoire, but it is a little expensive than the other rice varieties. This next rice is called Karunkuruvai. It is coarse and grainy, and it is also 120 to 125 days crop. It is cited in a lot of ancient texts. It's used in Siddha medicine. It is known to cure cholera, parasitic diseases, and it was used against poisonous stings. And it's great for immunity, fertility, anemia, any brown rice. You see that it has this brown outer cover, which means that it's rich in iron, zinc, and other B vitamins. And it is naturally more fibrous, so it helps digest your food slower, and it's great for anyone who is diabetic, but even otherwise it's great to replace your regular rice with. This next beautiful brown native rice is called Mapillai Samba. Again, it's one of my favorites. The story behind Mapillai Samba is that it used to be given to soon-to-be wed grooms to strengthen them. It's great for the nervous system. It makes excellent idli dosa batter, and it can also be boiled, eaten as rice. Any of these rice varieties, if you have the pellet for it, you can cook it just like regular rice and eat it like you would Kerala Matta rice. You can see how beautifully ruby in color it is. This is Mapillai Samba. This next rice is Poongaar. This is supposed to be great for women, pregnant women, lactating mothers. It is said to sort hormonal issues in women. After Poongaar, this is Kullakaar, which is again great for immunity, strengthens the nerves. It is supposed to energize the body, great in zinc and iron. It is a 100-day short crop. Any car rice variety. This is Poongaar and this is Kullakaar. I made some today, so I have very little left. Any car variety is great for making idlis. I forgot to show you this aval made from Mapillai Samba. It's the same Mapillai Samba rice that I showed you earlier. That's been pounded up to make aval. Makes excellent upma. You can make aval dosa. Comes out very, very soft. You can just soak and eat it with a little bit of jaggery and shredded coconut. Tastes great. Now moving on from all these brown rice varieties to something which is a little more pearl colored and familiar to all of us. This is Thooyamalli. It's called Thooyamalli because it has a very distinct fragrance, and you can see that the shape is in the form of jasmine buds. It's not very long and it's shaped just like a jasmine bud, and that's why the name. It cooks faster. You can make regular rice out of it. You can also use it in combination with red rice for making idlis. You can make biryani out of it. Again, a very nutritious rice variety. It's supposed to be great for keeping all internal organs healthy. The next one, I just got this as hand pound brown rice. I'm not sure exactly what variety of rice it is, but it is hand pound. Probably like many of the others, but again this is unpolished, so you can see that it retains some of the bran and naturally good for you. This last rice, more in familiar polished territory, but it's the famous Seeraga Samba rice, which is great for making biryani. Now if you went to any South Indian biryani joint and asked them for a good biryani, no one accepts if it's basmati rice. It has to always be Seeraga Samba. It is very flavorful, has a distinct fragrance, and it's great to make biryani or any sort of flavored rice. While this is polished, it's still a native rice variety. This is the rice that I have at home today, so I was able to show you a few of the many hundreds of native rice varieties out there. You can get started, start with the basics, start making a simple batter or cook it as rice, and once you get started with these, you will find plain old rice very, very boring, and you'll also find that you can't go back to the boring old taste of the generic white rice that you get. So happy cooking.